Welcome back to the 1010 podcast, episode 13. The band's event tonight it is. Coming up first, the Sum of Seven, represented by, at least I see Ari and Isa here. Is there any more members here tonight? Ari, Isa?
Ari and Isa, yeah. We're going to get anyone else to join, but we're here.
No, that's good. That's good. So, welcome to the show, and could you tell everybody who are the Sum of Seven? What type of music do you do?
Sure. So, hello everybody. Good evening. My name is Ari. Sum of Seven is kind of my band. We are a six-piece from Finland. We play progressive metal, and we're kind of united by that love for progressive music and progressive metal. And we've been around, our inception goes back 10 years, but we were under a different name back then. And today we're called Sum of Seven, and we've been about 2 years we've been as Sum of Seven. And about that 2 years, we've kind of done this more seriously than before. We released 2 albums, and we are working on our 3rd album, and we've released 2 singles that are leading up to that 3rd album. And song you're going to hear is our 1st single. And well, yeah,
that's what I was going to ask you, is the song Voices. What's the story behind the song Voices?
Voices is a song that I think represents pretty well what we're about. It's hard riffs, progressive music, and beautiful melodies. That's kind of what we're about. And I think Esad, would you like to open up a bit about the lyrical message of the song?
Yeah, so there's lyrics to the song. And I think with all our songs, it's up to the listener what stories they tell. But I think in this song, the idea was the song could be about art itself. The opening lines are hearing voices in the wind, and sometimes inspiration is just that, hearing voices in the wind. Who said that? Who's in here with me? And it's inspiration, and there's also some other aspects to it which can be seen in the video, but you can make your own interpretations of it.
Yeah, and about the video, we had an international star from the music group Now United. Joali Loukama is dancing for us on the video and interpreting the song through her dance. So that was pretty cool.
Well, he's absolutely fantastic. If you don't know about Sum of Seven yet, well, sit back and enjoy and listen to the song Voices. 1, 2, 3. Let's go. Enjoy. what's in the case? Oh, no, you don't get to see what's in the case. Absolutely fantastic. Absolutely quality. So anyone again that's want to get a wee word in here with the Summy 7, fantastic band for Finland. Oh, Scott, what's your thoughts here, brother?
Man, I loved it. Full on. I want to say it's more of a kind of, how do you want to say it? More than just progression to me. Like you got an Alice in Wonderland sound, a System of a Down kind of going on sound. I mean,
great.
it's freaking fantastic, bro. I absolutely loved it.
Great compliment. Thank you.
Well said, Scott. Well said. Randy, then Rocky Roads.
So I don't know. I'm hearing some Nightwish, some Elyavidi. Who are your influences?
Well, yeah, that's a good question. Who are our influences? Well, if you ask any of the band members, I think everyone will answer differently. But for myself, I write most of the music. It's a lot of the modern progressive bands like Dream Theater or Haken or Textures or Threshold. They all have a big place in my heart. But there's also some older stuff, but I think we reflect a lot of the modern progressive metal bands.
Yeah, sounds great. Sounds great. I was
Thanks,
rocking along
man.
here.
Fantastic.
Thank you, man.
So I see Rocky Roads, then Toxic Nobility, then our next guest, Lunarka. So Rocky Roads, what's your thoughts, boys?
Hiya, yeah, how's it going?
Yeah, great. Thank you.
Yeah, I just wanted to chime in and just say, yeah, it sounded really, really great, man. Like, I don't normally listen to that type of music, but I was listening all the way through and I really, really enjoyed it.
Thank you.
The production on the track especially sounded really great. It was all
Yeah,
tight, all very tight.
Great. We had one of my friends is just a hobbyist, but he's really good at mixing and mastering. So he did all the mixing and mastering on the
That's
the
awesome, man.
song. But
Yeah, and
it's really good. Yeah,
it just had like a good energy to it all the way through, and it got right to the end, and you could definitely feel a climax to the song where the lead singer hit that big note, kind of looked up in the air, and yeah, it was great. The video was cool, and someone was rocking out on the keyboard guitar, which I haven't seen in forever, which is again,
Yeah.
that gives you brownie points, I think.
yeah.
Crushed it. When are you coming to the UK?
Yeah.
Oh, if you have a chance, absolutely. Not a lot of touring going at the moment, but if we have a chance, we definitely will come to UK.
Yeah, cool, man.
I'll be there.
Cheers.
hope
Yeah,
so
well
too.
done. Thank you.
Well said, lads. Tyler for the Toxic Nobility, then Lunarka. Tyler?
Yeah, that was, excuse me. That song really spoke to me in so many different ways. I could definitely tell that you were conveying that feeling of voices in your head. The combination of the vocals and the guitar riff, especially right before the interlude, where you created this chord between the vocals and the guitar, it was very bone chilling to me, and I greatly appreciated the value of that.
Great comment. For us, because English is not our like mother tongue. It's always nice to hear someone who speaks English. Do they work? Do they actually convey what we try to convey?
Yes, absolutely. I've only just recently started to get into progressive metal, especially from your area of the world, and I'm seeing that this is just an untapped source of music that I'm going to love. So come right into my playlists, and I'm really excited to hear more from you guys.
Excellent. There are so many good bands around the world, especially in Europe and Scandinavia. Yeah. Also, of course, in America.
Thank you.
There's also an amazing band called Toxic Nobility that's on in 3 songs time. So hang around. Listen,
excellent.
Fantastic. I don't know if the Lunarka lads want to say something before your part, but anyway, Summer 7. Lunarka, would you like to say something first?
I really liked it. I thought it was really cool.
Thanks, man.
The time was really fluid and the harmony was really really tight. I really liked it.
Great. Thank you.
Well said, well said. So Summer 7, everybody, valued members of the family now, get you back on ASAP. Summer 7, coming up next is the young team, Lanarka from Sheffield, UK. Lanarka, how are you doing?
Well, thank you. Yeah, man.
Nice to see you here, man. Could you tell everybody who are Lanarka, what type of music do you do, etc.?
Well, we're all inspired by different genres, really. Me and Elliot are 60s inspired. You two are like more
Whatever it is.
yeah, so we're kind of like a massive mesh of different genres. But like, I don't know, if you listen to our music, which you'll in a bit, it's like all like very guitar, kind of like raw, kind of live sound. But like every song we have is a bit versatile, so it's not all like the same kind of sound. But yeah, I don't know, it's hard to explain without listening to it. But yeah, we're from Sheffield and we only formed in November, so quite new to it.
You're absolutely fantastic. Everybody's going to fall in love with you. Tell us what the song Living As Me is about. Why did you write that song, Living As Me?
So I wrote that song. I don't really know what it's about, to be honest. I kind of just write songs and then I just play them back and I'm like, that's a cool song. So I don't really like kind of think I'm going to write a song about this and that, but I guess it's got a message of hope in it. So I guess you can take that away from it. Yeah. Honestly,
do you wait till you see these guys, Lanarka, right, with Living As Me. Let's go, ladies and gentlemen. 1, 2, 3. Let's go.
I can do the intro. I could zoom out of that, and then I could be sat on the bench, go, you'll find a way, make some day. So there's me, blah, blah, blah. And then everyone's on the bench already, like you said earlier. That's quite a smart idea.
You're a genius.
You'll find a way to make it someday. It won't be hard to see unless you're living in the mind of man. So take a trip out inside your head. You'll find a place where the music's dead. Do they still believe in a rock and roll? Or has a nation lost its soul? Time and only your time. Oh my baby, this must be a crime when you're living as me. When you're living as wild with tears and a gently smile. Go and snap it up like a crocodile. This only happens every now and then. Whoa, it must be nice to be born again. Time and only your time. Oh my baby, this must be a crime when you're living as me. When you're living as me. Living as me. When you're living as me. Yeah, 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 yeah. When you're living as me. When you're living as me. When you're living as me.
Lovely bunch of lads, eh? Fantastic, fantastic. And can I ask you, did you say you were 17 or am I picking these up wrong?
I'm 17.
We're 19. I'm 18.
Yeah.
Yous are all young pups. I can't wait to see what the future brings for you, man. Honestly, they're awesome. Tim Consley, what would you like to say to these young, talented gentlemen?
Yeah, I definitely heard a 60s vibe in that, very similar to like House of the Rising Sun, that type of music, kind of like meets Green Day almost. I mean, best of both worlds, man. I mean, that's what you call fusion music. That's just great, awesome. To be as young as you are, you got a great future ahead, because that's awesome pretty much right now.
I saw a young Noel Gallagher at the start of that song. So I did. That's what I said. Aye, and you know who I'm talking about. Luna, what is your thoughts on the young gentleman? And Ari as well, want to say something? Luna?
Well, I think it's cool that my name is part of your name, so I think we share something right there. But aside from all of that, I mean, I came up in the 60s, so I loved the sound, just absolutely loved it. But I also hear kind of some, you know, a little bit of Arctic Monkeys in there, a little bit of the Strokes in there, who also borrowed a lot from the 60s. So I like the fact that you hearken back to something that I'm really familiar with, but you have something that presses on time-wise. It makes it timeless. So very cool. I liked it a lot. I loved it, in fact, and great voice, really nice voice. So I'm like everybody else. I'm looking forward to more.
Yeah.
Get them added on Instagram, Luna. Do you know Luna's got Elton John's phone number? So stick in with Luna. Luna's heavy connected, I'll tell you. Luna, thanks for that lovely comment. We've got Ari and Nick want to say something as well, and then Rocky Roads is next. So Ari, then Nick.
Yeah, man, that voice. I mean, that's absolutely top notch. That sound in there, that's huge. That's absolutely great. Massive, huge, great sound. That's great. You get a great future ahead of you. Absolutely great.
Well said, Ari. Nick, what's your thoughts? And then Rocky Roads, what's your thoughts after Nick? Nick?
Yeah, I got to agree with a lot of the things that Luna said. All those the musical names that she mentioned, the Strokes. I was a kid of the 90s, so I was a huge fan of the Britpop sound. And I loved the video. Just go to the park, shaky camera, look wicked. Really loved it. Really, really cool video.
Thank you. Yeah, we didn't really have.
Welcome.
Kind of just
Yeah, it's a great video. Loved it.
Lovable guys. So Rocky Roads is up next. Do you want to say anything to your young fellow band musicians for the UK here? Rocky Roads.
Oh yeah.
Hello.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you crushed it, guys. Loved it. It's only been together since November. That's amazing. Nice one.
That's good going. That's very good going.
Smash that cool little video out.
Yeah, but
I
that
like
was
the
fun
little
to
intro
make.
bit as well. I'm always one for leaving little snippets in and just being a bit like.
I like that. I like the kind of DIY music video. It's always good fun to kind of watch.
And when the organ, that psychedelic organ came in, that makes me want to take a stroll around the park. So you did a good job.
Yeah.
Well said. We all can't wait to see what's next, especially you've been so young. I bet everyone's following you already. So Lanarka, everybody for Sheffield. Well done, boys.
That's it.
Well done.
Until the next time. Rocky Roads, our next guest here. Rocky Roads, how are you lads doing, man?
Hello, everybody. How's it going?
Good evening. What an evening of music we're having. Yeah, we're Rocky Roads.
We've been really enjoying all the music. So thank you everybody for joining and putting your music forward. We've been kicking back for a couple of beers. It's been quite nice.
Thank you lads for coming. And I don't know if anyone knows, but these guys are fantastic. I've been watching them for 3 years in Cornwall, and I'm very happy to have you on the show. So could you tell us, who are you, Rocky Roads, as musicians? What type of music do you do? And then I'll ask you about a certain song. So
nice.
Yeah.
Well, my name's Gus. That's Reese. We're brothers, and we've been making music together for a while, a long time to be fair, making music, but put the name Rocky Roads together 5-6 years ago maybe, and just been bringing my songwriting, Reese's songwriting together, and then our combined songwriting, and just having a good time vibing out really.
Everything you have done is fantastic that I've seen, but what is the song Something to Prove all about? Because tell us the story behind Something to Prove.
Yeah, the track Something to Prove is the title track of our debut album, and it's actually one of the songs that me and Gus first wrote together years and years ago. It was one of the first tracks that probably like 5-6 years ago now, and when we came around to trying to pick the track list for the album, it just slid in there, and then it quickly became the title track because it had multiple meanings, something to prove for us, releasing our first music.
Yes,
And
stepping out and releasing our music, and it's quite a one of our more, it's a punchy, rocky, it's got some nice brass through it, but equally it's, for me personally, it's got quite a political angle. I don't really, it says quite a lot about sort of some inner feelings about the world in a groovy musical way.
Hey, free speech. We're all advocates for free speech in here.
Yeah,
dude.
Absolutely, man.
Back the system.
I was going to say there's one little beep, there's one little F word in this, so
there is one little one.
That's why you were definitely in the second half because of your beep. There's just one little F word, but that's it. These guys are fantastic. Let's get acquainted if you're not already. The Rogie Roads, they're absolutely fantastic. Let's
enjoy,
go.
everybody.
Thank you. Thanks for having us.
Pleasure.
Going loco, gonna lose our minds. Jump on the train, gonna hypnotize your feet. Gonna lose your mind to the beat. And then we touch down in the land of the fine, thumbing my way to the North Carolina streets. Gonna bring this loco beat with me. Cause we're singing what you can't say, and the big man put you away for just lighting up, lock us up. Lighting up, lock us up. Now we're talking revolution. Oh, it's so overdue. You're sitting in your towers. We got nothing to lose, but we got something to prove. We're going searching. Now we're gathering up all the people in the world still living up our luck. Don't really give a fuck about what you're preaching. Just tell us what you're gonna do. Don't mislead us, don't hide the truth. You're laughing while we're playing your fool. Oh, you're meant to be our leader, but I just don't believe in you. No, I just don't believe. And no, now we're changing all the focus of the everyday news. We're laying down a message and we're lighting the fuse. Cause we got something to prove. Hey, hey, hey. Hey, hey, hey. Something to prove.
The Rogie Roads, everybody. Sorry, this is a bit fantastic, lads. Absolutely wonderful. What's next for you? All your videos, check out all the videos, by the way, they're all magnificent. You actually get your way to go and make videos all over Europe. I remember you took a little friend of mine, Tom Lacey, and they made videos for you.
Yeah.
Where did you go through, France or something? But that
we organized a little self-book tour in the Alps couple years ago now, before COVID. But yeah, and we took our friend Tom Lacey along with us, and he documented the whole trip and put a little video together. So if you want to watch that, it's just basically us getting pissed in the mountains playing music.
No, it's brilliant, honestly. That's the first. That's when I first come across you, and I've listened to it 100 times, dude. Ian for the Black Car Roses is want to say something. Ian, what's your thoughts there?
Yeah, that's very, very cool. It's a great fusion between your instruments and the brass, like you said. That was very interesting. Almost like an Aerosmith sort of thing. They used to do that a lot back in the 80s as well. They used to put the trumpets in as well, and it was just like, what's going on? It's supposed to be a rock band. It works. It works really well for you guys. And you're based in Cornwall, you say?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
whereabouts in Cornwall?
We live in St Agnes at the minute.
Oh, St Agnes. Okay. Yeah. Oh, sweet. Yeah. Cool.
Yeah, very sweet. Yeah, the brass is one of those things that's just got a. I don't know. It's just needed. I think. Needed in every. Well,
it bridges the gap.
Yeah, it's like a melodic. It's just got that resonance that you don't.
It sounds great. It sounds really good. Got a good vibe.
Thank you very much.
Cheers, you're going to go far.
Absolutely. I was just going to say that. A great future is going to go far. Tim, then Luna, then Steve. Tim?
Yes, I thought the song was great. Y'all really got a good vibe to that. Reminds me, the horn in that reminds me a little bit of Chicago.
Yeah, nice.
Great music like that. I mean, that's what it took me back to. I was a young lad growing into a teenager during those times. So yeah, that took me back. But great job, guys. I really loved it.
Well, welcome back.
Yeah, thank you so much, man. I really appreciate it.
Well said, well said. Luna, dear, what's your thoughts?
Yeah, I think more than anything, it made an atmosphere. I mean, this is like the kind of thing that it's like it's a great song on its own, and yet at the same time, it's almost like a backdrop to an atmosphere. I can see your stuff being really wonderful in movies, like certain scenes, setting an atmosphere with that sound. That's just too cool. So wonderful.
Well, hopefully you can give the album a listen and it has a similar effect on you.
Yeah,
that'd be awesome.
For sure.
Good.
And likewise, guys, check out Luna's music. You'll fall in love with it. It's fantastic, honestly. So Steve, we've got 2 bands left to go, so 2 more songs. Steve, what's your thoughts representing Toxin Ability? Welcome back to the show, actually, Steve.
Hey, thanks for having us again.
Oh, pleasure. What was your thoughts in the Rogie Roads, brother?
Okay, so it was like a nostalgia thing for me. My guilty pleasure is like ska music. So when the horns came in, I was like, oh, wow. And then it reminded me of like Less Than Jake, Hootie and the Blowfish. And then it reminded me of the street Tony Hawk's games that I used to play all the time.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, this is like the beach music I want to play with. And it just made me want to play those games again, just break out the PS1 and like, yeah, it's like your guys are like Maroon 5, but like, let's go ska,
Yeah.
And
Man.
I really like that.
I
really dig your sound.
Yeah, man, that's so nice to hear. It's really interesting to have other people's perspectives on our own music, because I know as musicians, you're always so close to your own stuff and your own projects. It's quite hard to get a kind of bird's eye view on everything, but it's really nice to hear you say that. It's really, really welcoming. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
Well said. What about the other half of Toxic Ability? Tyler, what's your thoughts here before we get to your section, lads?
Nah, Steve took it right out of my mouth. It was reminding me so much of something right out of the past. And like, it did bring me that nostalgia. And when he started talking about Less Than Jake and he started talking about the Tony Hawk games, ironically enough, I also was very much right in that realm with him. I love your guys' sound, and it creates an atmosphere, and you guys are going to go far in whatever you pursue following this.
Legend.
Thanks. Cheers, Tim.
Dito that.
Really nice.
Hopefully we can get you back on the show again. At least every month we're going to do a bands event. So we'll always have everybody who's here and more, So everyone, the Rogie Roads.
Appreciate it, guys. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Pleasure. So on our second last guest, and the last 7 numbers were just drawn at random. So I'm really sorry, but whoever's last, but hey, it's enjoyable being here, isn't it? It's just a great place to be. So who would like to talk on behalf of Toxic Nobility? Tyler or Steve?
I'll field a lot of it, and then I'll switch over to Steve if I get stumped.
Right. Well, welcome to the show, brother. And you know, Steve was on the show before representing you, and since then he's joined the family. We're really happy about that. So welcome to the show yourself, Tyler. Tell us, who is Toxic Nobility in your words? What type of music do you do, brother?
Toxic Nobility is really just a very odd collection of souls that just happened to cross each other. We play a little bit of an alternative, somewhat progressive rock style. And if you listen to one song into the next, you probably will find something different in every single song, a different genre kind of feel song to song. It all really just depends on what you're looking for. As a band, we all have different, just incredibly different tastes in music, and we kind of just bring our own inspiration into every new project that we work on. So it's never quite the same, but it's always got a little bit of the same heart behind it.
It's
your song
eclectic
showed
taste.
last time. Sorry, Steve, are you saying?
Oh, it's eclectic taste of genres.
Honestly, Steve, your song stole the show the last time. My mum says that band at the end were absolutely beep. She swears a lot, so she does. We cat her. So she stays muted for that reason. But what's the song Hell Below about? Why did you write that one, Tyler or Steve? Tyler?
This song actually was about a certain relationship that I had in my life when I was writing it. It's a song about how the road to hell is paved with good intentions sometimes, and I was really trying to help a friend of mine out who was going down a really bad path, and it didn't seem like no matter what I tried to say or do, it always kind of they never listened. They never tried to take the advice that I was giving them. So it's kind of a lot about, you made your bed, now you got to lie in it. We do a lot of songs that have to do with mental illness and stuff, and this one is kind of just about stubbornness and being stuck in your way, and how it's going to bite you in the end.
Yeah. Well, without further ado, let everyone get acquainted with you if they're not already. Hell Below by Toxic Nobility. Let's go, ladies and gentlemen. 1, 2, 3. P.S. Zach, he's coming for your title of the biggest beard in the family.
You're disappointed with how your life turned out. The silver spoon turned to ashes in your mouth. You paint a picture of how it ought to be, but no one told you how hard your life would be. So turn the screws down, and don't let nobody bruise it. You choose it. The path of gold that leads you straight to hell below. Hell below. You seclude yourself behind hazy eyes when every word you speak reeks of fucking lies. You couldn't turn around even if you tried, when every thought that you have is compromised. So turn the screws down, and don't let nobody bruise it. It ain't you choose it. The path of gold that leads you straight to hell below. Do you wonder why it seems you never catch a break? The voices loud inside your head are driving you in fucking insane, and then you start to question how much more of it that you can take. You try to hold it 'cause you try to save your face. It's too
Toxic Nobility.
Thank you.
Guys are up there for the, you know, the cause of freedom. I take it one fit, you know, with a name like that, Toxic. The Nobility are toxic. Let's be honest. Sorry, I'll get carried away if I talk about. Luna, what's your thoughts, darling? And before that, actually, I'd like to call out Zach, because you guys will need to have a measure off your beards, because Zach had the title of the longest beard in the family. Zach, come closer. Oh, I don't know, man. We'll need to get the measuring tape out for this. Between Tyler and Zach, and some beards. But yeah, sorry. Luna, what's your thoughts on that fantastic music there? Luna?
Yeah, I mean, again, really powerful stuff, but I'm really impressed with the instrumentation because especially, I have to say, it's really standout drumming. Man, that is just so good. Just punching it along, I mean, and it's such a powerful message, because no matter what you do, some people just aren't going to hear it. And I think the fact that the drums just really punch it along, I mean, aside from everything else, it's just so cool. Great vocals, good song, great everything. I loved it.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate you bringing up the drums on that, because that is one of the songs that we have recorded that I actually pay exclusive attention to the drums almost. Being a vocalist, a lot of the times I'm a little bit wrapped up in the lyrics and the vocal melodies of everything. But when I listen to our stuff, I can pinpoint different things that I really greatly appreciate about my fellow bandmates. Our drummer at the time of recording was very, very technical, very, very talented man. And he just nailed the feeling that I was looking for in the writing of this song, especially there at the end with the galloping drums that he was
Yeah,
showing.
yeah, that's exactly right. It was like galloping, exactly right. Yeah, brilliant, brilliant.
I said, Luna, aren't they just brilliant? So we've got Scott, then Tim, then Cam, who's our next guest. Scott?
Absolutely loved it. That's something I'd put on and play every day, my friend. Very well, and the message is very well understood. So your meaning behind it definitely reflected it.
Yeah, I put a lot of inner turmoil into that song, so I'm glad that it translated.
Fantastic, honestly. Check out all the tracks, Toxic Nobility. Tim, then Cam, what's your thoughts, Tim?
I thought the song was great. It's already been said, the drums were awesome. The guitar playing was great too. Just all of it, the vocals. And what's to say about it other than it's awesome.
Thank you very much.
Is.
Well said. Ari, did you get your comment in? Ari, before Cam, you're up next to me. Ari, what's your thoughts, brother?
Absolutely great song, man. I loved it. Had kind of like a punk rock feel to it as well. But great song, absolutely brilliant. Yeah.
Greatly appreciate it, Ari.
Well
Thank
said.
you.
Cam, welcome back to the show. Cam, what's your thoughts, dude?
Yeah, no, I loved it. Tyler and Steve, that was great. What are some of your influences?
Oh, if you could ask each one of the band members, you'd get a different answer on that. I listen to a lot of what I call radio metal. I listen to Breaking Benjamin, Stone Sour, Corey Taylor, and Brent Smith, and Ben Burnley are my huge vocal influences, as well as I grew up on John Bon Jovi and Bret Michaels. I'm a huge 80s hair rock fan myself. Steve, you want to jump in on yours?
I grew up on pop punk rock, old hardcore punk rock, like the Descendants, the NoFX, the Queers, just like the Police, even just underground stuff. I try to find like new stuff to listen to, like even in our local music scene, and just get obsessed with it. So that's just my little influence.
It's so amazing, because you can hear everything kind of that you both mentioned intertwined into your sound. Like I can hear a bit of everything that you both kind of mentioned there. So that was excellent and awesome video too. That was really cool. Very well done.
That took me about 3 weeks.
Oh, Megs, you did it?
Yeah, it was just like you probably hear my dog right now. It's just like default templates and everything. That's why, like, when I showed it to Tyler, I'm like, this is so cheesy. I'm like, it works, right? But yeah,
Works well with the music,
I'm still,
for sure.
Yeah, I'm still proud of that video to this day.
You did a good job, Steve. I was wrong. I was wrong about it being cheesy.
It's extra cheesy.
Cheesy works, man. Right, Brendan, what's your thoughts there, brother?
Yeah, man, I would definitely, like, you know, that song was just great on its own feet, man. I have nothing bad to say about it. You guys kick ass and keep up the good work.
Thank you so much.
Thanks.
Detail all the words there. Sorry if I missed anybody that's trying to comment. It's hard trying to see all of these screens. So toxic nobility, everybody. Till the next time, you will be back. Valued family members there, love you to bits. So, Ultimatum, Cam, Brendan, are you also in Ultimatum?
Yes, I'm the
I
drummer.
thought so. I thought so. I wasn't one of the insult you in case you're one of the some 700. I'm like kidding. So, Cam, Brendan, welcome to the show. Welcome back, Cam. Tell us in your words, who are Ultimatum? What type of music do you do?
Yeah, absolutely. Brendan and I are one half of Ultimatum. I'm the lead guitar player. Brendan's the drummer. We're from Thunder Bay, Ontario, Canada. And Brendan and I have been together since grade 9 in high school. And then we have our bass player, James, who's not with us today, and our singer, Sam Muka. And we also have our producer studio in Thunder Bay as well, Thunder Sound Studio, and Richard Lawrence, who's our web designer. And we're like a team, and we are represented from a record label in America called From the Depths Entertainment. So our sound, it's honestly different on this album than it ever has been in the past. We've infused a lot of different kind of techno influences with up-tempo rock, with certain, you know, Iron Maiden influences, and we're just trying to kind of take all of the music that we listen to collectively and put it through this very unique kind of process, just in terms of creating something that we've never heard before. Because that's our main goal as a group, as artists, is to bring something new to the musical landscape and not do something that sounds like anything else. So I don't know if you wanted to add to that, Brendan.
No, man, you summed her up pretty good.
Well, honestly, you do have a style of your own. It's like you use Ultimatum style, you know. I see what you mean with that. What's the song In My Blood about, the one we're going to feature? Brendan or Cam, whoever wants to. What's the story behind In My Blood?
In My Blood it's the title track off of our newest album coming out in fall. And the story behind the song is basically about kind of never giving in, but also the verses are about kind of a toxic relationship. So it's got an interesting juxtaposition between the chorus and the verses. But this song does a really good job at illustrating kind of what's to come in terms of our album In My Blood, released in the fall. Because it's very up-tempo, fast-paced, driven rock with some of those little keyboard style electronic influences, but all of it is played by instruments and musicians, the four of us within the group. So it's exciting because, like I said, we've stylistically we've kind of taken a few risks, I think, on this one, like we always do, but we've just gone in a different direction with this album, and we're very, very excited to share it with everybody.
Honestly, he's a fantastic. I love your music to bits, man. And In My Blood by Ultimatum. Let's go, ladies and gentlemen. Final song of the evening. Enjoy.
It isn't in my blood. I'm never gonna break down, never gonna give it up, and I just can't get enough. I just can't get enough of it. It isn't in my blood. I'm never gonna break down, never gonna give it up, and I just can't get enough. I just can't get enough of it. There's a black rose pretty on the windowsill. It's been placed there
everybody. Absolutely brilliant. What an amazing event tonight. I'd just like to thank everybody. Thanks Ultimatum. Thanks everybody for coming. Anybody wants to see the final part of the evening, just unmute yourselves. I'll start with Kirsty. Kirsty, what's your thoughts here, my dear?
Hey, what a great track to end the show. You even got me dancing a minute ago. Great song. And do you know what? Thanks everybody for a fantastic show. I've really enjoyed tonight, all the different genres. So yeah, we've got to all do it again, guys.
Well said, babe, well said. Luna, what's your thoughts? And then Randy?
So to me, it had a kind of a tribal sound. Like I kept hearing something like this being played in the desert with people just dancing just to their soul's own will, because it was relentless. You know, it's just relentless the way it was going and going and going. And it was just really powerful in its own sort of tribal way. Really, really cool. I mean, I can see people just losing themselves getting into that.
Awesome. Thank you, Luna. Cool. Appreciate it.
Well
Awesome.
said. Randy, what's your thoughts here, my friend?
Well, it's in your blood. What a great show. It's just a reminder of how much massive talent there is out there, and I wish we were all live playing together. How much of a blast would that be? Thanks for having us, Sparky and Kirsty. It was just what an enjoyable way to spend a few hours, and thanks to all you guys. You're awesome.
Well, Randy, thank you very much for that, honestly. And we're just a baby at the moment. I'm going to do this show every day, maybe even in the morning, noon and night, because there's so many good people we're in contact with. And, you know, it is amazing when you think this is not a podcast, this is live television. You can put your EastEnders, and if you're in the UK, EastEnders, Coronation Street, put them in the bin. You know, during the week, we're going to have a room like this where we can always come and meet new people and support them and stuff. And yeah, thanks for that, Randy. Toxic, Taylor, what's your thoughts?
I was really digging the vibe of that song. I could not help but just bounce in my seat listening to it. I was really kind of intrigued by the layers of the guitars. I don't want to say harmonizing guitars during the solo part in the middle there, but the layers of the two different guitars and the piano keys and everything, I was floored. That was a great track, guys.
Thank you, Tyler. Appreciate that.
Well said, brother. Well said. Tim Conze, our male MVP in the family. Tim, what's your thoughts, brother?
Yeah, I agree with Tyler. The guitars in that were just clicking. I mean, they were right on track. They were right on point. Very tasteful. You know, sometimes you hear some people and it's overplayed. That was just, like I said, it was straight on point. Loved it.
Amazing. Thank you, Tim. Yeah, I guess subconsciously that was one of the things we were trying to achieve as well, is we wanted to lend our writing to the song versus just having overindulgent sections like we have in the past. So we really wanted to write very tastefully and kind of, we're very selective with some of our note choices throughout the music.
Well, you can tell it's great.
Oh, thank you so
Good job.
much. Appreciate that. Thank you.
Fantastic. I think that's everyone on mute, and it's not because I don't want to speak to everybody, it's just because we've not all got 3 years to come on one show, isn't it? Guys, Ultimatum, thanks for coming back on the show, and thanks to everybody for coming on the show. And I'm Sparky and my partner's KLJ, and until the next time, give us the peace sign before I end this, if you know, because we all want world peace. 1, 2, 3, let's go, ladies and gentlemen. Peace out.